This is the video tutorial for the Iñupiaq language activity Iqalugiag with clothespins or fish cards. The purpose of the activity is that learners will play Iqalugiag while staying 100% in the Iñupiaq language. In addition to getting to practice receptive and productive language skills with the Ivalu unit vocabulary being used in the game, playing in this way provides a space where learners practice communicating solely in Iñupiaq. Staying in the language is shown to help learners stretch their language abilities as they attempt to communicate 100% in the target language. It is recommended that students be able to read in Iñupiaq before you do this more competitive version of the game, because they will need to be able to use the Iñupiaq Iqalugiag dictionary as a resource, as well as be able to use the study sheets to know how to use any vocabulary that they have forgotten. The prerequisite for being able to do this activity is that students should feel comfortable with the basic language and rules for playing Iqalugiag. The needed materials are the activity participants' name tags, and always use Iñupiaq names when possible, the full, not simplified Iqalugiag dictionaries for each game participant, study sheets with Ivalu vocabulary for the unit being played with. Ideally, you would have one study sheet per participant, but in some cases, if the group is too large, they may have to share study sheets. And either clothespins or fish cards so that each participant has 4. You will begin with a small group of 3 to 5 students. You will give everyone their name tags and have them place them in front of them, facing the rest of the group so that the other participants can read them. Then you will go through and have each student pronounce their name, and the participants repeat it several times till everyone feels comfortable saying that name. In the case of a student who is using their English name, you don't need to have the students repeat it multiple times. But whenever there's a difficult to pronounce Iñupiaq name, you want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable saying that name. Next, you will go through the most critical vocabulary on the Iqalugiag dictionary, and you'll have the students repeat it after you. Point out the portion of the dictionary that shows what to say if you catch a person using English, and have the students practice saying what is in that section. You should have a version for playing with clothespins if you are using the clothespins, and if you're using the fish cards, you should have the version that says, "You spoke English, give me one of your fish." Now, after you've done that, then you will explain the rules of the game. And so you will explain that during play, if any one of them catches another one using English, they need to say that phrase that you just practiced. And then they ask that person for either a clothespin or a fish, whichever you're using in this game. Be sure to explain that they can also call you out, that anyone is fair game, and that once the game has started, no one is to use any English. Then explain that in regular Iqalugiag, the winner is the person with the most matches, but that in this version, each clothespin or each fish counts the same as a match. So, for instance, if at the end of the game I had 3 matches, I had all 4 of my clothespins, and I had caught 3 different people using English, and I had collected one of their clothespins, I now have 7 clothespins and 3 matches, which brings me up to 10. Lastly, pass out either the clothespins or the fish, and you give everyone 4. Then you deal the cards, indicate that the game and no English time has begun, and begin playing just as you would play Iqalugiag.